Gotta play the hand you're dealt. Only got one.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the 30 most shocking and famous deaths throughout The Walking Dead.
Sasha, you're not gonna believe this crap.
Number 30, Shiva, some guy.
No! No! I ain't no king. I ain't nothing. I'm just some guy.
Not even tigers can escape the dangers of the zombie apocalypse, but at least Shiva went out on her own terms. Ezekiel, Jerry, and Carol are running from some walkers when Ezekiel tells them to leave him behind, as his injured leg is making their escape difficult. Well, Shiva isn't having that, and she intervenes to save her good friend, even throwing a zombie into a barrel. Unfortunately, this attracts the attention of the other zombies, and they soon surround the tiger and rip her apart, much to the horror of her devoted owner. We don't know if it's the most shocking death in the series, but it's probably the saddest. Poor kitty.
Damn it, let me help her! You can't.
Number 29, Eric, monsters.
We can get you to the kingdom's doctor. We just have to keep pressure.
It's always sad seeing a human character become a zombie. Eric was reluctant to fight the Saviors, but he agreed to it in order to support his husband, Aaron. Unfortunately, the war cost him his life. Eric is shot in the abdomen during the attack on the Saviors, and Aaron finds that the bullet went all the way through. Knowing that there is little he can do, Aaron leaves his grievously wounded husband to rejoin the battle. There's a small segment of his brain that clings to hope, but unfortunately, that hope is dashed when he returns and sees that Eric is now a mindless walker. It's unclear what happens to zombie Eric after this, but either way, human Eric is gone.
He's there. Eric's there. I can't just let him.
Aaron, that's not you.
Number 28, Amy, Phaedos.
Where are you going? I have to pee. Jeez, you try to be discreet around here.
One of the show's first major deaths was that of Amy Harrison, the late and often forgotten sister of Andrea. The group is having a fun dinner when Amy excuses herself to go to the bathroom. However, the camp is ambushed while she is away, and when she leaves the RV, she is grabbed and bitten by a walker. To make her demise even more tragic, she then turns in her sister's arms, and Andrea is forced to put her down. Amy was never a big character, but her death still came as quite the surprise, utterly destroying any semblance of safety and comfort that the camp provided.
I'm here now, Amy. I'm here. I love you.
Number 27, Reg Monroe, Conquer.
You're not one of us. You're not one of us!
Characters like Reg are meant to remind viewers of the simpler pre-apocalypse days. He had a good job in the old world, and he's just trying to live a simple life with his family in the Alexandria safe zone. But his time still comes, and not at the hands of the zombies. A drunken Pete barges in on a heated town hall meeting, holding Michonne's katana. Reg, perhaps a bit naively, tries to intervene and rushes towards Pete, only to get his throat slashed by the sharp blade. He is then buried in the Alexandria graveyard, a stark reminder that no one and nowhere is safe in the zombie apocalypse, not even the so-called safe zone.
Right. Do it.
Number 26, Benjamin, Bury Me Here.
Let's do it. Okay.
A young soldier of the kingdom, Benjamin worked closely with his brother, Henry. On the fateful day of his death, Benjamin follows Ezekiel to a supply drop with the Saviors, where Gavin discovers that they are short one cantaloupe. He then tells Jared to kill Richard in retaliation, but Jared shoots Benjamin instead, and right in the femoral artery. The shooting is a nice fake-out, and the incredible blood loss instantly spells bad news for poor Ben. They try rushing him to safety, but even they know that he's done for. Sure enough, Benjamin bleeds out on Carol's table, and is ultimately stabbed through the head to prevent his reanimation. Not a great way to go.
It's okay. It's okay. To injure an opponent is to injure yourself.
Number 25, Gavin, Honor.
Think I can be someone else? This is who I am. I live, you die. This is what this is.
We did not expect the bad guy to die at the hands of a child, but if The Walking Dead is known for one thing, it's keeping us on our toes. Gavin is shot in the leg and retreats to a shed, where it looks like Morgan will finish him off, but Henry gets retribution for his late brother and stabs Gavin in the throat with his staff, shocking everyone, viewers and characters alike. And just like Benjamin, Gavin is then stabbed in the head to prevent him from becoming a zombie. It's one of those deaths that come as a surprise in the moment, but in retrospect, it couldn't have gone down any other way.
I had to.
You were supposed to stay at the cottage. This wasn't what you were supposed to do. This wasn't for you.
Number 24, Merle, This Sorrowful Life.
So is this your thing then? You take out the trash?
Don't be so hard on yourself, darling.
Just because someone has a redemption arc doesn't mean they're immune from being killed off. We thought that maybe, just maybe, Merle would make it, considering his heroic turnaround, but alas, that was not the case. Still, at least he goes out in a heroic manner by sacrificing himself. Human Earl is killed by the governor, who severely beats the already weakened man before shooting him in the chest. Zombie Merle is then put down by Daryl, and in a particularly grisly fashion at that. Merle's death is a huge moment, but it's Norman Reedus who steals the scene here, giving the performance of his career. Number 23, The Governor, Too Far Gone. We all knew that the governor was going to die, we just didn't know how, and we never could have predicted this. The governor is tackled by Rick just as he's about to enter the prison, and the two engage in fisticuffs that eventually ends in the governor's victory. But just as he's in the process of murdering Rick, the governor is stabbed from behind by Michonne. We figured it would be Michonne who eventually took down the big bad, given their morbid history, but we didn't expect a sudden attack from behind, and his death is particularly bad. He writhes in agony before being put down by Lily, and his corpse is then unceremoniously devoured by the walkers.
Don't look back, Carl. Just keep walking.
Number 22, Sasha, The First Day of the Rest of Your Life.
You know what's gonna happen. How this is gonna end.
Just as she found a new lease on life, Sasha is imprisoned by Negan and asked to join his saviors. He hopes to use her in an attack on Alexandria, but Sasha has other plans. During the attack, Sasha asks to be placed inside a coffin and takes a pill that Eugene had previously given her. It's a devastating death, but the pain is lessened a bit by the sheer audacity of Sasha's plan. Negan later opens the door, and a now zombified Sasha leaps out, the resulting chaos aiding the survivors. She also takes a meaty chunk out of Roy's face in the process. Zombie Sasha is then put down by Jesus and Maggie, bringing a profound and emotional end to a wonderful character.
The decision was made a long time ago. Before any of us knew each other. When we were all strangers who would have just passed each other on the street before the world ended. And now we mean everything to each other.
Number 21, Sophia, Pretty Much Dead Already.
Now, if y'all want to live, if you want to survive, you gotta fight for it. I'm talking about fight right here, right now.
While her prolonged disappearance caused a lot of frustration at the time, we think the dramatic payoff was well worth it. The first half of Season 2 devotes a lot of time to finding Sophia, as she vanishes in the middle of a zombie attack. Her whereabouts remain unknown for some time, until Shane learns that Hershel is hoarding zombies in the barn. He opens the door, and out spills Sophia, now a mindless walker. The reveal breaks Carol, and serves as the show's most dramatic moment up to that time, as Rick is forced to take drastic action. The reveal was right there in the episode's title, Pretty Much Dead Already. We just didn't want to believe the obvious clue. Number 20, Theodore T-Dog Douglas, Killer Within.
This is God's plan. He'll take care of me. Always has. He's gonna help me lead you out of these tombs.
A relatively peaceful day at the group's prison was ruined when a bunch of walkers appeared without warning. T-Dog didn't hesitate to try to contain the outbreak by closing a fence to trap a group of them. Suddenly, one of the walkers T-Dog didn't see snuck up on him and got his shoulder.
No, you should
I'm
stop.
getting you there.
You should stop.
What? Sit here and wait to die.
Since there wasn't a way for him to take care of the wound, we were already prepared to lose one of the group's moral centers. But the show shocked us again by having T-Dog sacrifice himself to save Carol's life. No one could have foreseen that a key member of the group would fall on a day that began so beautifully. Number 19, Morales, Monsters.
So why are you here, Rick? I know you. Just like before.
In Season 1, we knew Morales as a family man and trusted ally to our main heroes. That's why our jaws dropped when we saw him pull a gun on Rick 7 seasons later. During an extremely tense conversation, we learned that Morales went down a dark path after losing his family. However, it seemed like Rick was willing to try to save his old friend's soul.
I'd at least try to find another way.
Yeah, why? Because we knew each other for a few days back at the start?
His good intentions came to a crashing halt when Daryl arrived and took Morales down permanently. We definitely weren't expecting to see this ally turned enemy return at all. So seeing Morales die so quickly after his appearance was an unforeseen end to his story.
That was... I know who it was. Don't matter. Not one little bit.
Number 18, all but one member of the Scavenger group, the Lost and the Plunderers. The scavengers that lived in a junkyard had a nasty habit of betraying people they were supposed to be working with. This garbage-based society got away with it until they crossed the Saviors a second time.
Take one out, and the rest will fall in line. Just one, Simon.
Initially, Negan wanted his lieutenant Simon to eliminate just one scavenger to send a message to the entire group.
Light it up, gents.
Light it up now!
However, the mustachioed savior ends up losing his temper during the mission. We gasped as Simon ordered his people to fire on the entire group. When the smoke cleared, only scavenger leader Anne was left standing. It was beyond surprising to see this traitorous group get almost wiped out in the blink of an eye.
Got it done.
That and then some. You good?
Number 17, Andrea, welcome to the tombs.
You're gonna get us both out of here, and you're gonna be okay.
After spending most of Season 3 away from her friends, it looked like the tough and resourceful Andrea was finally going to rejoin Rick's crew. But the governor made her journey much harder by restraining her to a chair and leaving her in a room with a man about to turn. Once Andrea finally freed herself, it looked like she'd dispatched the new walker in her way and escape. We were stunned when her friends arrived and discovered she'd been bit.
I tried to stop them. You're burning up.
Since Andrea survived significantly longer in the comics, seeing her perish here was a huge twist. Her demise left us wondering how the story would move forward without such a major character.
I tried.
You did.
Number 16, Spencer Monroe, heart still beating. Instead of trying to stop the vicious Negan with force, Spencer wanted to win over the villain with diplomacy.
Oh, crap. Is that for me?
We haven't officially met. I'm Spencer Monroe.
The two actually seemed to have a nice day together drinking and playing a game of pool. Once Spencer saw an opening, he tried to undermine Rick and request to be the new leader. Negan rejected this leadership offer by shockingly stabbing the wannabe politician on the spot.
I don't...
You know what I'm thinking? Because I have a guess. It's because you got no guts.
While we were still reeling from Spencer's sudden end, Rosita tried to remove the bat-wielding villain from the Earth. In the wake of her failed assassination attempt, Negan ordered his follower, Arat, to take the innocent Olivia's life without warning.
Barat, kill somebody.
No, it was me. No!
Seeing two named characters die in one afternoon showed how truly unpredictable the big bad could be. Number 15, Siddiq, open your eyes.
I heard what happened.
Don't want to talk about it.
Resident Dr. Siddiq was never the same after he was captured by the heinous Whisperer group. The memories of the night continued to haunt him, whether he was asleep or awake. Although it seemed like Siddiq was safe from the villainous group in Alexandria, our hearts dropped when he realized his ally, Dante, was actually a Whisperer spy. While the Doctor wasn't the group's most skilled fighter, we still thought he'd be able to beat his wolf in sheep's clothing, but Siddiq couldn't overcome Dante or his demons. The Doctor's incredibly depressing end really rocked us because it was hidden in an already unexpected spy reveal.
Lo siento, pero you just missed them. ¿Puedo ayudarte con algo?
Number 14, Lori Grimes, Killer Within.
No, baby's coming now.
We have to get back to our cell block and have Hershel help us.
We can't risk getting caught out there. You're gonna need to give birth to this baby here.
If The Walking Dead has taught viewers anything, it's that no character is safe. Lori Grimes brutally reminded us of this fact in one of the show's most pivotal episodes. While trying to stay away from walkers within the prison, the pregnant protagonist went into labor. Unfortunately, it becomes clear that the baby will need to be delivered via C-section that Lori can't recover from.
We will survive. My baby has to survive. Please. My baby. For all of us. Please.
We sat there stunned as we realized we were watching this character's final moments. The fact that Lori also dies in the source material should have prepared us for this demise. However, we in the cast still find ourselves caught off guard by the final decision she made for her daughter.
Good night, love. I'm sorry.
Number 13, Paul Rovia, aka Jesus, Evolution.
It's about 130, 140 of them.
You ever see him do this before?
No. Never.
Although the cast of Walking Dead is huge, Jesus stood out because he was an athletic fighter who could get out of anything. And we knew he'd make it to the end of the series because he's one of the few that survives the entire comic story. So, we weren't even slightly worried when Jesus faced a bunch of walkers in a dark and smoky graveyard. After skillfully taking out multiple foes, we gasped when his last target dodged his blade and retaliated.
You are where you do not belong.
We couldn't believe this was the end for the fan-favorite character. While this scene served as a memorable intro for a new enemy group, we still have trouble accepting that he fell way before his time. Number 12, Lizzie Samuels, The Grove.
I know what I have to do now. I know.
It's ugly, and it's scary, and it does change you.
Once we learned of Sophia's fate in Season 2, it was clear that even young Walking Dead characters weren't safe. Yet, we still couldn't have predicted how Lizzie would go. The disturbed survivor left our jaws on the floor when she ensured that her sister, Mika, would become a walker.
I'm sorry I pointed my gun at you. I just needed you to wait.
In the wake of this incredibly disturbing scene, Carol and Tyreese realize that Lizzie crossed a line of no return. The adults decide that there's only one way to move forward. Every fan remembers where they were when Carol told Lizzie to
Look at the flowers, Lizzie. Just look at the flowers.
Thankfully, the show gave us plenty of time to sit and process this absurdly dark turn of events with the characters before moving on to more Walker action. Number 11, Tyreese Williams, What Happened and What's Going On.
Went the way it had to, way it was always going to.
Just one episode after the series said goodbye to a major character we will talk about later, Tyreese visited Noah's fallen community. The duo finds themselves looking around a seemingly lifeless home. So, neither we nor a very distracted Tyreese saw it coming when Noah's reanimated brother surprised the formidable survivor with a bite. The wounded warrior still appeared to have a chance.
I'm not giving up. You hear me? I'm not giving up!
Not only did Tyreese fight to stay alive, but we thought his friends acted quickly enough to stop the wound from being fatal. However, the cruel reality of the situation was that it was too late. Having Tyreese's death come an episode after another significant character died made for an unpredictable and tragic twist.
It's okay, Tyreese. You gotta know that now.
Number 10, Jesse, Sam, and Ron Anderson, No Way Out. When the Anderson family's home was overrun with walkers, the trio found a way to successfully camouflage themselves in a horde with Rick, Carl, and Michonne. But the young Sam Anderson gets too nervous and draws too much attention to himself.
Come on, Sam.
Sam.
Hey, you can do this.
Moments after he's attacked by walkers, his horrified mother, Jessie, also meets her end. A disturbed Ron attempts to shoot a member of the Grimes family as retaliation. Although Michonne takes the would-be assassin down, Carl gets a permanent facial injury due to a stray gunshot. What really made this deadly scene stand out is that multiple shocking twists happened over the span of around 3 minutes. Even if you knew their ends were coming, this sequence will still leave you breathless.
I thought after living behind these walls for so long that maybe they couldn't learn.
Number 9, Dale Horvath, Judge, Jury, Executioner.
And this new world is ugly. It's harsh. It's a survival of the fittest.
And that's a world I don't want to live in.
This turn hurt the viewers almost as much as it did Jeffrey DeMunn's Dale. His demise was set in motion after Carl foolishly motivated a walker to head towards the group farm. Later on, Dale investigates the demise of a cow in his safe zone. Suddenly, the walker Carl goaded earlier executes a terrifying jump scare. Dale tragically receives fatal injuries from the undead foe in the ensuing struggle.
T-Dog, get a shotgun now!
While his end was unexpected on its own, the fact that actor Jeffrey DeMunn asked to die after behind-the-scenes production shakeups made this scene surprising in real life too. At the end of the day, fans were left disoriented while trying to process how Carl's negligence and actual events led to Dale's end.
Sorry, brother.
Number 8. Denise Cloyd, Twice as Far.
I can ID the meds. I know how to use a machete now. I've seen roamers up close. I'm ready.
You good with this?
No.
As soon as a secondary cast member gets too much screen time on the show, it often means their demise is imminent. However, we still had our guards down when Denise got a starring role in Twice as Far. We'd watched her grow from a doctor who doubted herself into a strong-willed survivor who spoke up for what she wanted. So, we were ecstatic to see her give a fantastic speech to Daryl and Rosita while they were out on a run.
And I wanted you here because you're alone. Probably for the first time in your life. And because you're stronger than you think you are, which gives me hope that maybe I can be too.
But Denise's speech was shockingly cut short when former savior Dwight assassinated her with one crossbow bolt. Unless you were in the writer's room or on set that day, it was impossible to see the sudden death of this developed character coming.
I mean, I get that you'll just have to take my word for this, but she wasn't even the one I was aiming for.
Number 7. Noah, Spend.
So you're in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
We absolutely loved watching Tyler James Williams play Noah. Although he had been through severe trauma, he was always likable and cared deeply about his friends. Noah was even willing to risk his life to get him and his friends out of a revolving door, surrounded by walkers on all sides. Unfortunately, he was stuck inside of this cramped location with the cowardly Nicholas. When the fearful survivor failed to follow the plan, he created an opening that spelled Noah's doom.
Don't let go.
We could only scream at our TVs as one of our favorite characters was suddenly removed from the story in one of the show's most brutal deaths. Nicholas definitely deserved to be decked by Glenn for suddenly sealing Noah's fate.
Let me get him at the back.
Where's Noah?
Number 6. Shane Walsh, Better Angels.
So this is where you plan to do it?
Good place as any.
Fans love to imagine an alternate reality where longtime friends Rick and Shane could have worked together like real partners through the series. Unfortunately, their vastly different views of what it took to survive made them an incompatible team. After almost 2 seasons of tension, their conflict came to a head when Shane decided to end Rick. We were preparing for the series to follow the source material and have a third party intervene.
Nothing has happened here. We're gonna lay down our guns. Walk back to the farm. Together.
However, Rick actually managed to calm the situation down before attacking Shane with a knife. We were hugely surprised that Officer Friendly actually went through with this decisive act and took down one of his own. But we knew that Shane left Rick with no other choice but to take this extreme measure.
Damn you for making me do this shit! This is you, not me!
Number 5. Beth Greene, Coda.
This is it. This is who you are and what this place is until the end.
This place saved you.
While we've long accepted that The Walking Dead isn't concerned with whether or not it hurts our feelings, this twist felt unnecessarily cruel. We spent half a season following the group's search for Beth. When she's finally reunited with her friends, a sinister leader named Dawn Lerner announces that the lovable Noah can't leave with the group.
No, I just need Noah. And then you can leave.
Although he agrees to this arrangement, Beth can't let this slide. She moves in to attack the cruel leader. A moment later, a gunshot ends Beth's life. Daryl immediately retaliates by eliminating Dawn before we've even gotten a chance to take a breath. We never thought the chances for a reunion we waited half a season for would disappear with the flash of a gun.
It's over. It was just about her.
Number 4. Hershel Green, Too Far Gone.
Nobody's gonna hurt you.
I don't believe that.
No family on this show has had more tragic deaths than the Greenes. Before we lost Beth, we painfully parted with Hershel. This character was wise, a moral compass, and a constant source of hope for his friends. Hershel even managed to defy the odds and survive both a walker bite and leg amputation. After all he'd been through, we had faith he'd survive being kidnapped by the despicable governor. When the villain threatened to end Hershel's life with a sword, Rick gave an inspiring plea for unity and forgiveness.
We get to come back. I know. We all can change.
But the governor swung the katana anyway. Watching the compassionate Hershel fall in this horrible twist made us feel like the Greene family was doomed to suffer.
Don't look back, Carl.
Number 3. The Whisperer ambush victims. The calm before.
I've marked the border to the north. You'll see it as you leave.
Alpha thought the best way to prove the Whisperers were not to be messed with was with a horrifying show of force. During a joyful fair, she and her followers targeted a random selection of innocents and ripped them from their loved ones. After Alpha and her people took the lives of their captives, they publicly showed their gruesome work to the other survivors. Our hearts skipped a beat after each new deceased face was revealed.
No!
In one fell swoop, we lost Tara, Enid, Henry, and several other great characters. Since the lineup differed from the ones who died in the comics, there was no way to prepare for what we'd see. The startling sight of these undeserving victims sent a powerful and unforgettable message.
And in the end, their time was cut short. And ours keeps going.
Number 2, Abraham Ford and Glenn Rhee. The day will come when you won't be.
I gotta pick somebody.
Everybody's at the table waiting for me to order.
Anyone who was familiar with the Walking Dead comics knew Glenn was meant to perish at the end of Negan's bat. So, when the imposing villain had multiple heroes at his mercy, we had a strong idea of where the weapon would fall. But the show threw a tragic curveball by revealing Abraham was Negan's first direct victim. Although his sudden death rattled us, we thought we'd been through the worst of it. And then, Daryl punched Negan. The angry villain decided to prove a point by picking Glenn as his second victim.
Oh, hell. I can see this is hard on you guys.
This absolutely brutal turn of events managed to defy and confirm our expectations at once. Whether you are a hardcore fan or new viewer, this brutal bat sequence caught you by surprise.
People died, Rick. It's what happened. Doesn't mean the rest of them had to.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Carl Grimes, Honor.
It still is. It's gonna be. But nothing is gonna change that.
There is no Walking Dead death that was more controversial and unexpected than the demise of Carl Grimes. Not only does he far outlive his father in the comics, but his survival seemed to be Rick's main motivation for all of his actions. But despite Carl's importance in both mediums, the writers revealed that he had been bitten in an absurdly shocking twist. The fact that he received this wound while completing a relatively standard survivor task also turned heads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although Carl's decline was handled well, a number of viewers refused to watch any more Walking Dead without him. While the show succeeded at creating the biggest shock of the series, this story came at a heavy cost in the real and fictional worlds.
I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you.
Which death shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below.
I'm so sorry.